Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 384. And I found a couple more of these big writing 50-cent penny wrappers. Yesterday's we got 56% copper out of it, and that's tremendous. We found a couple that had some weak separation or spreading. We found excuse me, like six 1982s. One of them was a couple of them were small dates. We had a copper and a zinc small date. And a couple misaligned dies that weren't, weak misaligned dies. Nothing to write home about. Those 262Ds I'm probably going to end up putting into flips. Because like I said, they did have separation. I have to take a better look at them. What I'll do sometimes is I'll put them to the side, obviously for the short videos. Oh, yeah, come on. Come to Papa. And, yeah, so, I mean, I don't know about no 58% out of this one. I'm thinking more like, well, shoot, man. It wouldn't surprise me if there was 20 in here. It really wouldn't. But it also wouldn't surprise me if there was, I'm going to say 15 to 20. Over that, obviously, it'll be a pleasant surprise. I think we're starting off with a zinc, right? Yeah. So I know yesterday I was talking about, or in the previous episode, depending on when you're watching, I guess. You got some clad separation, top of states. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not no value, but it's just cool looking. Oh, wow. Pretty sure this is copper. That's a beauty. 82. So we'll start with the 82s again. Oh, look at this. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. So take a look at that, and it's possible to look at this penny and think that what that line is a scratch. And of course, I'm talking about this mark here. But it's not a scratch. It's one of two things. Either this is a zinc cent, which it does not look like a zinc cent, and it's a really long gas blister, or this is a copper penny, and that is one of the longest die gouges I've ever seen. But we'll find out right now. I'm I'm like 90% sure this is copper. Wow. 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 Something is okay. Now that I'm looking at the surface, I can see that orange peel type of deal. How I look at the rim on this. All right, I don't want to get bogged down in one penny. But look at the rim. That rim does not remind me, is not reminiscent of a zinc cent. It is so square. Wow. So that is just a really long singular gas blister. Oh, that's super cool, man. Funny thing is that was a little on the heavy side at I'll keep the scale here in case we have to do it. A little on the heavy side at 2.57. It wasn't where it's supposed to be at 2.51. Looks like paint, but it's kind of in a cool. Looks like a like a wave or a brush. Kind of pretty. And it's a pretty color, right? That aqua color. That was a real surprise. So far, we haven't found any copper. Is that correct? The first one we have not found any copper yet. This is copper, 81. Has a weak dye clash on the reverse. You can see it on the left base. All right, we're on the board with a copper. A single copper. So you always get that little bevel usually on the zincs. Anyway. So I think I mentioned before I was looking at some coins on eBay recently. I did complete the 40. If you only pay 45 cents per extra. The first one you pay $4 for the first coin on a Sirius card collector, or something like that. You only pay $4 for the first coin, and then it's 45 cents every coin after that, graded coin. So 92, we're looking for the close AM. Nope. So I put a bunch of bids, right? And I got it up to like and if you order 40 on the dot, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know at what point he puts the coins into what's that called? Into a box. All I know is every 20 coins goes into a box, because that's where the box holds 20 graded coins. And and 40 is one order, and then if it's over 40, it's a then you have to do a second order, pay the $4 again, And then I think if you only order a few, it goes. It's a nice grease strike. Is the whole surface a grease strike? It's lamination. It's grease. It's a few different things. It's a weird penny. Yeah, you could see. You could even see the different tonage. See how much more yellow it is. So it's improper mixture on one side. I don't think. I think the other side is fine. Got some scratches, but at the lamination era with the yellow coloring with a misaligned dye and a collar, all kinds of stuff. Grease strike, weird but interesting penny. So you don't want to buy 41 because at 41 you're paying $4 for the. So you're saving $3.55 after the first coin. So what happens is, I mean, obviously, everyone else. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking the same thing, but some people out there are just buying one or two coins or three coins or five coins, um, and or one coin. Let's say if you're just buying one coin, you have to take that $4 into consideration, right? But the person who's buying up to 40 is only taking 45 cents into consideration. So that's how I do it. That's how I look at it. So once I start on it, my agenda is to get to 40. And the last time what happened was I went over the 40 and I was like, oh man, and I ended up buying like 30 more. And it ended up being a pretty expensive order. That's why I had four, the 88. Let me check that's why I ended up having four boxes. Come on. It's a weird FG. That's why it's kind of skinnier than normal, but it's not flared. We are on the board with quite a bit of copper. I have to say, we got 6 copper, so we're probably on the way to having over 10. I'm pretty sure. So I put my first orders in. Excuse me, my first bids in, and I ended up getting up to 28. And then I said, okay, now you have to be careful, because I really don't want to watch the auction. So then I put in a bunch more, and I rolled the dice. I took a chance, that hopefully I don't go over 40. And I put in a bunch more bids, and I got up to 38. And I was like, all right. So I got up to 38, and then now for the two, just the two that I wanted, then I watched it, right? Because the next like 15 or 20 graded coins were pennies. And those are my favorite to get. The proof pennies, they're my favorite. Probably after that would be any silver coin, and then after that would be any decam, MS-70 decam. So that would be my order. Decam, proof pennies, or whatever, any penny, it doesn't matter really. Um, and then silver coins, hopefully higher. The higher the grade, the better. And then lastly would be any MS-70s. Whatever, MS-7 doesn't matter. MS-70, obviously a decam 70, I would prefer, and a decam is a cameo. A cameo. I'm not. What does the D stand for? I'm not sure what the D stands for. A frosted cameo, but of course you want a frosted cameo. Anyway, that's what I'm hoping for to get. So there was only two left. So I got it to 40 on the dot, right? I watched the next two auctions. I bid on them. I got them, right? So like I was saying before, if you're just buying one coin, you have to add $4 to whatever the coin is, right? I don't think you pay tax because it's a coin. It's considered money, so you don't pay tax on it. So if you want to buy one coin, let's say you want to buy one penny, right? Oh, I like that penny. So now you put a bid in for $3. Now you have the three plus you have the shipping. So you have to take into consideration $7. So you're paying $7 for the coin. Now I've been bidding on coins, so I'm paying 45 cents. I want to pay $6 for the coin, right? So I can go up to 5.55 on my bid. So I'm going to outbid you, right? Because you have to go three. You want to pay 7. That's 3 plus 4 is 7. I'm willing to pay 6, so I can go 5.55 on my next bid to get it for $6. So I'm going to outbid you. And if you only put $3, I'm going to get it for $3.50 or $4, even less than what I'm willing to pay for. So that's the advantage of buying on where you have really good combined shipping auctions. That's typically all I look for are really good combined shipping auctions. Let me look at this under the loop. It's a really nice strike. It's a clean penny. I just can't see it. It's a little too dirty. The date has some stuff going on in it. You can see the separation, the 5, and a little bit of possibly not separation and the 6, but it's more like a probably extra thickness. You can see it in the top of the top of the 6 now, which is the bottom when it's the other way around. It's really weak. I'm really not into the weak guessing possible, you know what I mean, varieties anymore. But so I won't hold on to that. It's a nice looking penny though. 65. 82. All right, it's a pretty another. But this one, I'm going to say it's copper again. I guess we should weigh it, right? Only because I had the scale out, and it's kind of the theme already of this video. So this is copper. The other one, I should have noticed the fact that it was zinc by the surface, but for some reason I did not. Wasn't paying close enough attention. Nice misaligned die. I'll put that with the other 82. We have a copper and a zinc 82. Excuse me. So that's my little tidbit of advice as far as and then I think I talked a little bit about what I did get up to the 38 is what I spoke about in the previous uh episode, right? I was talking about and it was the graded MS-70 Silver Eagles was Greg Maddox and I think not Javier. Was it Guerrero? I know one was Greg Maddox. Oh no. I think the other one was Robert Parrish. I think one was basketball. I think one was Robert Parrish, and the other one was Greg Maddox. I'm 100% about. So an autographed MS-70, and I got one for like $51, and the other one for $53, something like that. I mean, they're graded cards. Excuse me. Just like autograph cards are like 20, $30. And MS, it's that one, I have to be honest with you, kind of had me really confused. Um, really had me confused. Oh, the animal hair. 69, we're going to look for the weak FG and OFG floating roof. No, it's got nothing. I couldn't understand. First of all, the MS-70 alone should have a crazy premium. And I don't know if you know what. I'm going to pause. I'm going to go to it. I'm going to look for it. Hold on. So I'm only doing this because I've been talking about it so much for the past couple videos. So I'm going to show you my purchases. Right, and it says, and you can see anyway. So it's showing you with, is it? Let me see something here. Okay, so I paid $6.50. Oh yeah, these were the cop. So these are the last two that I bought. Remember, I told you that I purchased two of them. I had 38. So the last two I got copper. And this one looks almost. Is it frosted on top of that? Oh wow! So a decam. I know cameo. Oh, D is does deep stand D stand for deep? Deep cameo. Well, this looks frosted to me. Um, this looks frosted. Oh, so I thought they were both. I thought no, I thought the last two were copper. Huh? Oh, I might have missed. I might have missed one then. Anyway, um, the 74 is obviously copper. I paid the same price for them. I would always, not always. That's not true. Okay, so I don't want to go too deep into it, but hey, I paid 5, 6 bucks. You can see the ones that I got. Oh, this is a decam on the shield, so they put the shield forward. Oh wow. Oh, here they go. All right, so here's one. So it is Robert Parrish. You gotta check this out, man. Autographed by PS. Look, it has the free, damn PSA, man. They got their fingers and everything, man. I didn't even realize it said PSA. Remember in yesterday's video, in the previous episode, I was showing those real horrible looking stickers. This one has the picture, has the PSA attached to it. So PSA's got the autographs, and then it's on an MS-70 Eagle. First of all, I think the Eagle alone is over $52. An MS-70 Eagle, in my opinion, it should be like $100 because as far as I know, it's the highest grade you can get. I don't think there's an MS-71. It's not a proof, is it? It's a first strike. To me, this is $100 coin. Obviously, it's you can get them for 45, 50, 55, $60, between 45 and $60. So I'm saying what it should be, in my opinion. Like they're good investments. If you're picking up MS-70 first strikes for 45 bucks, I mean, they cost the coin costs 40 to $45 if you buy it raw. I was going to use it, almost cursed. Anyway, and then with the signature, the only thing I have to see is if the signature, if that piece of paper, it's writing on top of the paper. If the paper is under the plastic or over the plastic, it'll be kind of. I kind of don't like the over the plastic, because you could scratch it. You would have to keep this one inside a plastic. I does he? You know what he also does? He also send you the. I think he also sends the plastics, the sleeves with the order. Like if you make an order, I think he sends an order of he sends 20 sleeves with them too, and the box. It's pretty crazy. So okay, so we got the Robert Parrish, and I'm only showing this and breaking the penny roll, and there goes the Greg Maddux. Just because I'm talking about it so much that I don't want you to be confused about what I'm talking about. And how much did I pay? It doesn't say the price. Oh, it doesn't say the price. It was like 50 bucks. Or maybe it says it here. Is that? So like I said, I got 40. Was that it right there? Okay, yeah. So at 51.55 I paid for it. Again, to me, that's like the price of the MS. It's like a free signature. Man. Like I said, to me, it's super ridiculous. Um, And I don't know. So the question is, right, it's kind of, so you want to talk about um, how your purchases really kind of reflect the overall market in general, right? Because right now, the stock market's down. What's the stock market today? Uh, well, some things are up, some things are down, but they've been relative. I mean, the S&P 500 is at 5,836, and it was over 6,000 at one point. The Nasdaq is at 19,000. So it's really right because I've never. I mean, I know they've been doing those autographed slabs for a while, right? I mean, I don't know how long. Is it a year? Is it 2 years? I kind of don't remember it past the past year. And for some reason, I remember them costing more than that, more like $70, $80 a piece when they first came out. Now they're 50 something dollars. So that's a huge drop from 70 something. That's I mean, again, it's almost the price of the MS-70, or it is the price of the MS-70, 94. It's not the double ear, right? I have to look. I have it right here. No, the double, and I keep making double ears 84 and 97 is the double ear. 94 is the reverse. If there's any doubling on the reverse, it's a variety. So I got four. Oh, so I watched the last two. I'm pretty sure the last two were copper. I think it was like a 73 and 74. So I think that 74 was one of them. And I think I did get them for about $6, $6.50 a piece. And they were 69 uh, MS-69 proofs. And they were like, oh, they were S's. They were S's. All of them were S's, as you saw that I got. They were all S's. And the total, what was the total? I'll tell you the total I paid for the 40 coins with those two $50, 50 something. I paid 355, 353.58 shipped. If you want to divide that by 40, obviously it's like $9 a piece. 9 times 4 is 30. Is it? I don't know, 30 something. 18, 8 is 36. So very close to $9 a piece. Um, and that's including. No, 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 no. That's not right. Is that right? Oh, I hate when I get my math wrong. 9 times 40 is 360. So a little bit more, a little bit less. I'm sorry, I paid 353, a little less than $9 a piece, and that's including the overall average with the $252 autographed MS-70 silver. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I put a bunch of bids on those. Like I put like 30 bids. They had like 30 of them. I put a bid on all of them except for the Currys, and there was another one that was kind of up there towards 100. They had a couple really nice autographs on the coins. The Currys, I don't even know what they went for, but they were at 150 with like 12 hours left. That was before I hit the 38. That's what put me to the 38 with those coins. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, like that, Robert. Those coins, I'm gonna hope to get like $200 for when the market turns around, maybe more. I mean, and I'll probably put them away because I'm into that kind of stuff. So I'll probably put them away for who knows how long. And anyway, obviously, inflation takes a big part of right, to make the most money on any investment is you have to sell high and then as close to because I mean, if there's a lot of inflation, you have to always think about how much is the how much of that price is affected by inflation, right? Because then you really didn't make anything. If it's just adjusted for inflation, that's a beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna weigh it. It's like so solid and crisp. Just want to make sure it's not heavy. No, it's light. That is so odd, man. Let's do a tear. 302. It's almost a tenth of a gram light. If I put it on the corner, it'll be a little lower. It weighs like a hundredth of a gram less on the corners. So it's actually a little light. Not out of tolerance. You know, anyway, should I break the conversation? I'm going to change the conversation. Whoever's here after half an hour, thank you very much. Let me send out a proper thank you to everybody. A proper thank you to my members and committed subscribers. And I'll change the conversation for the last whatever 5 or 6 minutes of the. That's a beauty though, and it's a little underweight. So if I find, obviously, I know what the tolerances are for the zincs and for copper paste. For coppers, it's 12% of a gram is the tolerance, and then for zincs is 10% of a gram, 0.1, and the copper is 0.12. So out of tolerance to me is 0.13 for copper and 0.11 out of either up or down from 2.5 or 3.11. So I found some over the course of all these hundreds of videos, I have found several out of tolerance coins. And when I looked at that one and I looked and I saw, it was 3.0, 3.01, I was like, oh man, two more hundreds or 2% more of a gram, it would have been out of tolerance, right, on the low side. And it reminded me of this message that I got from somebody saying, oh, that's not that has no value because it's not it's within tolerance. They said it was within tolerance, so it has no value, and the person was wrong. And this is kind of the thing that I guess it gets me a little perturbed. You see the little bit of doubling on the link and on the bottom. You see the outline. Is because the person's wrong. I think it was 2.97 was the weight of the pennies, and the person left a comment saying that's not, and I was like, no, you're wrong. It is out of tolerance, and that's it. Out of tolerance is out of tolerance, and it's significant. That's the point of having the of saying what the tolerance is. Anything outside of that, if it's a hundredth of a gram, it's significant. Now, if you want to argue what your preference is, that's a personal preference. That's a whole nother discussion. Oh, like I'm not gonna buy it. For example, like I wouldn't want a penny that wasn't 20% of a gram, 0.2 grams out of tolerance. Okay, that's your personal preference. And you might have some statistical data to back that up, saying like, oh, it's not. It's only when it's 20% of a 0.2 grams out of tolerance that people are buying them. For example, fine, you have but you cannot say it is significant and statistical once it's that hundredth of a gram. If you want to give a hundredth of a gram for scale variation, then you can go 200ths of a gram, 0.02 out of tolerance, if you really want to get crazy. But anyway, so these are the types of things that I deal with when you have a channel that has thousands of subscribers, and I get I'll give some extra. I'll give you some extra content today since I'm already kind of in that. I'll go to my analytics. I'm gonna put you on. Yeah, I could just put you on pause for a second. So these are my analytics for the channel, right? And as you see, I've been getting, and it says down. I don't know why it says down. I don't know what they're referring to. I thought they were referring to the past 28 days. And you see, it says everything is down, but 28 days earlier, everything was lower than this. So it's a little bit weird, just so you know. But I've been sitting right at about 2,000. I think that's 2,000 watch hours a month. Um, 500 and 500 to 530 subscribers a month. 115. It says 115. I guess it's with the memberships. It goes up to like 130, 140, something like that. But the live count is you can see we're almost at 11,000. The live count is at almost 9,000. I broke 10,000 in the past month a couple of times, but I've been sitting right around 9,000 views per 48 hours, which is 4 to 5,000 views per day. Okay, just so you know, my channel that's pretty my average is 4 to 5,000 views per day. So that's a lot for a small channel. Okay, some people, if you have like a really small channel, like 100 subscribers or two, you might get 4,000 views a year. I get them a day. Now a bigger channel might get 50,000 views per day, right? Which is 10 times my size, which, you know, whatever they're making. So they're making 10 times that. And if so they could be making 10 times, they could be making, you know, $1,500 to $2,000 a month, which is, you know, that's more serious scratch, obviously, especially if they got 20 or 30 members, which is $3.50 per member after YouTube, you know, really get you good. So that would be, if you had 20, that would be an extra $70 a month. It's not much, really. The subscribers is the minimum. It's less than usually it's less than anything else. So they could make like 2,000 if you had a. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, and I don't. Oh, so this person so obviously what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to run into at 5,000 views a day. I'm going to run into all types of people. I guess that's my point. My channel is just about big enough where I'm going to get, you know, all the crazies and wannabes and nut jobs, right? 5,000 people a day are on my channel. So just imagine, you know what I mean? I only have at this point like 11,000 subscribers. So every 48 hours, it's like all the subscribers I have went to the channel, right? Because that's 10,000 10,000 views, right? And obviously, I don't know. I'm going to assume that all my subscribers don't watch all my videos every day. My members might, but the subscribers, I'm going to say, are not doing that. So you just don't listen, don't listen to anybody. Learn on your own. Especially if you're a long time member of my channel or subscriber of my channel, then you know, right? You've been listening to me. You're a buddy of mine, and you know that not to listen to these other people. Don't even honestly. Most of these some machine doubling on the bottom of the one. It's weak though, really weak. Oh, and it has it on the front. Maybe I'll put this one to the side. It's actually a little bit nicer than the other one we were looking at. It has no value, but it's just pretty cool. How about the Liberty? I thought I saw some machine double in there too, maybe a tad. So, but here you're getting, a pretty good straight response for your buck. Weak FG. No floating roof. You're getting the most bang for your buck, whatever you want to call it. So again, it just reminded me when I saw that weight, it reminded me of that person's almost looks frosted, right? I wonder if this is cleaned, if it would look frosted. There is a frosted satin, a satin finish penny. I picked one up on eBay, graded. I wanted to make sure it was graded, so it was looked at a professional, because I'm a little weary of certain coins that are not graded, because I'm afraid that it's a manipulated coin, or the person doesn't know what they're talking about, and then when I show it, I look stupid. So I'll pay the extra few bucks for the graded version of certain coins, just so that when I show them on my channel, somebody who's a professional looked at it already, and that's all I'm concerned about, is the content. That's what I'm concerned about on this channel, is my content. That it's as close to act. It's funny, we did get a lot of copper towards the end, just to change the channel a bit. We did end up getting a lot of copper. Yeah. So anything that's if it's out of tolerance, it's a just FYU, it is significant. That's all I wanted to say. If it's out of tolerance, it's significant, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. The 70, I can't remember which one. I'm gonna pause it for a second. I can't remember if it's the 60 or the 70 that has the small and large date. I think it's the 60. Yeah, so I was right. 1960 small and large date variety. Right. And then look at that. There's only 1 million. That is very low. Oh, that's the proof. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So it's 500 million and 1.5 billion. Okay, it's the proof. Oh, that's low. Not super low. Not for a proof. That's not too low for a proof. Proofs you can get under 100,000 easy for some proofs. Okay, so that's not too bad. All right. So I didn't check the 70 though. Oh, now the S has the small and large date varieties. The S, the 70S, under a billion, small and large date variety for the S. And look at this for the proofs. There's a high 7 and a low 7. I never knew that. How cool is that? Oh, and the low 7, they don't even have a amount for. Oh, to me, that usually means it's a little bit more valuable. All right, so we got that. What's this? Obviously, it's a zinc. Pretty cool looking. 83. I'll leave the copper for the last, and then I'll give you a summary of how much copper we got at the end. That's all I'm saying. And if you go to a forum, a website, wherever, where people are talking, and their first response is something negative, you know what I mean? If you're saying, "Hey guys, how's everything? I got this coin," and their first response is that has no value, or is to shoot you down instead of giving you, like, for example, when I said the tolerance, right? So if it's whatever the tolerance is, right? One tenth of a gram, or 1/12 of a gram, right? Depending, copper is a twelfth and zinc is a tenth. And their first response is that has no value, but they're not talking to you about knowledge, right? Like, so for example, if someone said, "Hey, Jess, I want you to look at this penny," right? Send me a $5 super chat. Can you look at this penny? And then he send me pictures of the weight, right? And I would say, "Oh, that weight is statistically significant out of tolerance." And I would explain to them what it was, and say, and then maybe look for something that's similar to it, and share that with them. But my first response wouldn't be, "That's not worth anything." If that's someone's first, or "That's not this," or "That's not rare," or if somebody's first response to you is something negative, get off that forum, get off that Discord channel, get off that forum, that website, get away from there, because that tells you the type of people that they're just trolling that website, that forum, that Discord, wherever the channel is, that YouTube, wherever, man. Just steer clear, because if not, they're gonna put negative energy. They're gonna send negative energy toward. These are people who are miserable, and 90% of them, maybe even 99, don't even know what the hell they're talking about. That's the other part. Um, so I think that the weight thing was a good example, because statistically significant is statistically significant, and I never asked anybody about its value. I just said about the weight, and so just saying, look how strong that line is on Lincoln. I'm actually gonna do a short look at how his whole, what a great strike that is. I noticed it right away. I was like, wow, look. It almost looks like it's called a bass relief, like a Roman sculpture where they just do it on the wall. It's a relief. It looks like a relief sculpture. Anyway, how about that date? How's that date looking? Oh wow, is that separation? Let me look at that. No, it's not. It's just dirt. All right, so I want to share that with you. Thank you for if you stayed here. I left the some of the more charged information for the end. Please click like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in episode. What is this one? 83, 84. This is episode 84. I will see you in episode 85, 385.